thoughts on the game and how you guys got it done in the end?
Yeah, like if with some goals that we wanted to go into this one, and could we stay in front of Cooks was a big one. I thought Marcus Lee and Whitey were pretty positive in just staying in front of him, making him have to pitch it out. Then it was just the recovery after that I thought caused us some issues at different times. Down the stretch, Adams is just so tough in that mid-range, and so us finding another solution to that one is going to be important. But huge from Whitey's last 2 minutes. Step back three, and Delhi hit him with a great one in the corner on the other side. So really encouraging the way we finished the game. I see took a little knock, and we were sure if he was coming back and things, and Shea missing a few games, just coming back in, but I thought Delhi was really solid there. Flynn came in and did some of the things that he's been doing these few games as well, and KB, good team effort.
I know we've seen Delhi do so much, but how grateful are you to have him when he sets up so much of those key buckets at the end?
Yeah, he's an amazing organiser, and again makes his 2 threes, which is really important for us. That he's just being that threat from out there, and sees the floor as good as anyone, and the strength to once he gets in the paint to create contact and make plays. So he was great tonight.
I see. Is it an eye injury? Is it like outside the eye? Do you know what he's done to himself?
Yeah, I'm not sure. There was just a little bit of loss of vision there for a second, I think, but he was cleared to go back in, and I subbed him out fairly quick because I just thought we were shooting free throws and thought we needed Shea for a defensive possession, but ended up being a pretty elite out of bounds play that Whitey gave us 3 on. But we came out of the game pretty good health wise.
Are you at all concerned about the low assist total for the team tonight? Do you feel like the ball didn't move, or it's just kind of the way the game went and what the defense was giving you guys?
No, we definitely walked in some timeouts, saying, hey, whatever we run, just try and get to the next action and keep it popping. And we felt that was our success against Illawarra and certainly Cairns the other day, but we really just moved it. But they made it difficult. Bull Quoll was making it just tough for CG to get started, and sometimes that just if we can't start our offense quick enough, it stagnates it a little bit. And they're switching, they're showing, they gave us a lot of different things tonight to be able to deal with. So I think we've been pretty good all year, but with our assist total. So we probably didn't finish some stuff in the paint as well, and they make you play a little bit one-on-one, and we were able to shoot enough threes and get to the foul line enough.
Gorge noticed the disparity in the foul count tonight, and he's not saying that things weren't called, but it just seems a bit of an anomaly. So it's the second game in a row it's happened to them. Do you read anything into that, given how you guys defended it? Both teams played really physically tonight, but did you read much into that?
Yeah, no, it's obviously a low foul count for us. When I saw it after the game and kept looking up, it was like, even the last play there, I was kind of, after the free throws, I was kind of talking to Shea, like we had 2 fouls to give, and kind of he did the right thing in trying to kind of a little bit take a foul and run through Jalen Adams, but it was good enough to go get all of the basketball and make a steal out of it. So I don't know. Our connection and physicality that we normally have is a little bit different against this team because of the way they space you out and the way that we switch a little bit more. And so it was more just playing out a bit more of a gap and just trying to keep people in front of us rather than really, getting into our aggressive on-ball coverage.
Jack, tell us about the ending there, those couple of threes. How big was it for your confidence and so forth to have those shots and knock them down?
It was good. Delhi did a great job of sort of setting the platter for me at the end, and just try to shoot the ball with confidence. The guys do a good job of instilling that in me. Just tried to make the right play for the group, and fortunately it worked out.
On the second sort of three there at the end, how conscious of you, like Delhi, just find me here, because you were he seemed to be trying to get get that little angle for you?
I don't know. It was almost, I don't know, sort of blacked out in the moment, honestly. It just happened so quick and just sort of wasn't thinking, was just playing off instinct. So, yeah, it was a pretty good feeling. But, yeah, as I said, Delhi, one of the guys I've always looked up to and one of the great guys in this league that sets the platter for a number of guys and, makes everyone around him better. And, he definitely did that for me right at the end there. So, I don't get that shot and I don't shoot it with the confidence I shoot it with if he, doesn't make that play. So, it's just sort of a chain reaction we try to play with. As you said, we had pretty relatively low assist numbers for our standards tonight. That's something, the style that we want to play with. But, glad we were able to make those plays and come out with a win. But, definitely a lot of things that we can take from this game and continue to improve on.
Jackie, you happy with the defensive discipline that your team is showing, and how much effort do you put into that during the week? I suppose to only concede those 7 fouls.
Yeah, I think we're at a pretty good spot, but again, as I just said, I think there's plenty that we can take away from the game. It was an emphasis for us to sort of try and make some guys finish downhill and not overhelp, and sort of, put guys on an island when, they have shooters on the weak side, and we definitely overcommitted in a couple of instances, but, we just got to keep rolling. Mistakes are going to happen throughout the game. Basketball's a game of mistakes, and we just got to learn from them, and I think we did a better job of that as sort of the game progressed, and did a good job of playing through those mistakes. But again, it's a big time effort to sort of play without fouling, and not sort of put guys at the line and give them easy points, as well as easy live points. So I think we did a good job of that.
Sorry, Dean. In terms of Marcus Lee, at one point in 26 minutes, I think it was.
Yeah.
But his impact on the game seems to be a bit more significant than that.
Yeah, I think when we recruited Marcus, it was, and we knew Cooksey was coming back to the league at that time, and it's like, we need to have a centre that's capable of, guarding at Cooks as well, and so, part of the recruitment was to say, yeah, we think Marcus has the ability and length and foot movement to challenge him. Cooksy's a great player, but having multiple people, KB guarded him for a small bit, Whitey a lot, and Marcus a lot, and so I thought collectively we did a solid job tonight.
And in terms of Delhi, do you see going forward, coming off the bench and working with that second unit? He seems like he's been pretty effective in doing that when the other players are all a bit tired. Yeah,
no, I think the rewards for what Ian and Flynn did over that last weekend. It was, I mixed up the groups during the week and still made a decision to continue to start that group and reward them. And I've just got to keep doing that. And whoever's doing all the right things will have the opportunity to start and finish games at different times. But, we just started one game, which is we've got 4 games in 10 days. Pretty much as well, so we're going to need everybody through this little period, and everybody had some little moments tonight. Real pleased for Tanner Krebs to come in and nice little patch and make a couple of big threes. I had a third one that he was feeling good about that nearly went in as well. So good moments from a lot of people.
Whitey, not the first game this season where you've come up really big in the fourth quarter, and not just the points, but you had 5 boards in the fourth quarter alone tonight as well. Just something switch for you mentally or click for you mentally where you just be more locked in and tracking down? I think they were all D boards in the fourth quarter as well.
I'm not sure. I'd like to. I take pride in sort of my competitiveness and how hard I play and trying to come up with second opportunities and doing all the little things that go towards winning. I guess, I don't know if it's just a matter of chance that, the ball sort of bounces my way a bit or, found myself in some good spots offensively as well. But yeah, I was definitely, I guess, locked in and in that sort of mode at the end of the game. But I'd like to think I was that way, throughout the rest of the game. I just had to do a better job of finishing, especially, I felt like I had the ball in the paint in some good positions, but just didn't do a good job of protecting the ball and, finishing plays. But again, it's basketball, it's a game of mistakes. I was happy with, I guess, sort of how I was able to respond and, keep focusing on the next play and, worked out pretty well for us. So, yeah.
And Dino, just lastly, you've got everyone back now and healthy. I'm assuming Shay got through all right tonight. How are you feeling about where this group's at? I'm still early in the season, but you've been through a few bumps already, so how are you feeling about everything?
Yeah, I think he ducked out right at the end there. I think Baby might be on the way, so we'll see how he goes over the next couple of days and stuff. But hopefully we've got through that period. Robbie, CG, Delhi, Shay, all having babies, so it was a period that we knew that other people have to continue to step up. But hopefully we've got through that period right now. It's going to be, we're playing 10, and I thought. A catch has been really solid as well. So we've hopefully our depth is something that we built this team on, and we'll see at the end of this 10 days about how good our depth is.
Dean, what sort of sleep plans do you have in place for all your new dads as the season goes on? I feel like you could have a deficit there.
Well, it's nice to get some wins at home because they get pretty good sleep on the road, and we've been playing well on the road and stuff like that. So maybe January is going to be good for us where all our boys are getting good sleep.
Dino, just one more. Can you talk to me about Jacob Chance, and obviously got a great honour today being named the Boomers coach for the next window. Congrats to Whitey and CG as well. But just talk to me about Jacob Chance and the work he puts in behind the scenes that probably goes unnoticed.
Yeah, no, we really celebrated him the other day, and great to see him. He'd been a part of this Boomers program for since 22, I think, and I think. What this Windows has done is to say we have a development pathway for coaches and for players to become Boomers, and I think it's very difficult for a head coach in our league to go coach those windows. So being an assistant coach, I think he's puts himself in a great position. But he's assistant coached it for a while now and gone to an Olympics, and so I think this is a perfect next step. The work he does, amazing. Brought him in to run our player development program, and I just give him all the autonomy to make that happen, and what he does with that is outstanding. And then as a married guy with no kids right now, obviously he's a real steady girlfriend, but our other guys have got kids and they got different things. He just puts his time into it, but he manages it so well. He balances life really well, but outstanding mind. And what I love is continue to be challenged, and he's got something new for me every day. There's nearly a point where slow down. I think we're doing some pretty good things, but he loves to be able to give me ideas and throw things at me, and most of the time it's got a lot of merit to it, and take those ideas and run with it. I thought he did a good job of organising our defence and our players tonight. So really bright future as a head coach, and we should develop him as a potential Boomers coach for major tournaments.
How long do you think you're going to be able to keep him on your bench for? How many more years?
I don't know.
Coaching career's getting pretty big now.
Yeah, there's going to be opportunities for him, and but we love to keep him, and hopefully he's a part of this Boomers program for this next campaign all the way through. And if he was able to do that, then it's going to be the world will reach out to him.
Jack, just going back up a little bit, mate, I know that this one would have been one circled on your calendar when you saw the fixture after obviously the disappointment of the Olympics. How sweet is it to finish a game off like that against Gorge, and someone that's made that selection, made that decision? You've sort of sat with that disappointment and it's fueled you a little bit.
It wasn't circled. Like that happens. That's part of basketball. It's not the first time I've been cut from a team. It's not the first time I've dealt with adversity. I've always, like with the Achilles, I suppose, with any sort of downfall, I've always sort of prided myself on how I've been able to respond to it. It's part of it. I knew that camp there was going to be difficult decisions to be made, and obviously I was disappointed on my end, but it is what it is. I'm not going to sit here and complain about it. I still feel like I have good potential to represent Australia in the future if I keep, improving and making myself available for those things. But, as I said, I like to pride myself on my competitive nature, and when it's time to show up and play, I want to beat any team that I come up against. But But yeah, I mean, especially, you know, knowing these guys are a great team and, you know, really deep, and we knew that it was going to be a competitive one. We knew that they were going to want to bounce back after a couple of losses, and, you know, it's been, you know, sort of a theme for us in how we've been able to maintain our standards after, you know, a good win on the road, or, you know, a couple of good wins this past weekend, you know, how we were going to respond, and we're going to keep, you know, sort of taking that standard up. So I was really just happy that, you know, we were able to come out with a win, but at the same time, I know that there's going to be plenty of stuff to speak about in ways that we can get better and learn from that, and, you know, take that into playing New Zealand on Mondays. And yeah, another great team, another great challenge for us.
Mate, the boys have stitched you up, but did you cop one in the goal?
Oh mate, this is actually like a terrible, like, it actually just happened pre-game. This is a tooth that I chipped last season in the G League. I'm just going to take a sip from an old Frank Green bottle, flicked open the mouthpiece, just went to take a drink, and I've just knocked it straight off where it was glued on. And I'm just sitting there feeling like an absolute muppet. And I go to like our medical staff, I'm like, can we save this like piece of chipped tooth? It's like been taken off twice now, and they put it in salt water, and I'm just like, damn, I'm just gonna go out there and look like an absolute idiot. And then like I get called to do the halftime media, and then post game I'm like, yo, this is an absolute stitch up. So I'm sure everyone will get some good laughs. Like I've already had all my mates text me with bloody tooth emojis and stuff. Mate, absolutely, like the amount of tooth emojis I've been sent already, like it's ridiculous. But yeah, hopefully I'll get it fixed up tomorrow. I don't even want to laugh or smile. So thanks for asking about that. On that note.